Shake it for me, babe. Make that ass work. I just got paid, so come and take it from me, babe. Oh, oh.
This is the Artistry Hub. Your boy Nico coming at you one more time for the Hub beat. We got Dallas's very own Teelo in the house today. Yeah. He's about to talk about some music. You know, the usual music rundown, EPs, albums, a little bit of background on them, as well as other miscellaneous topics about the music side of the Dallas right now, or North Texas rather. So you want to go ahead and dive into it? Let them know a little bit about yourself, my man.
Absolutely, I'm ready when you are. You know what I'm saying? It's Teelo, a.k.a. Black Space Jesus, a.k.a. Black Space, a.k.a. the real Tommy Tombstone, a.k.a. the Dami Llama with no mama. You know what I'm saying? Coming at him straight with no debate. You know what I'm saying? We live from the 3 side. You already know what it is, but I ain't got to introduce myself. I appreciate the professionalism. I appreciate the realism. The Artistry Hub. Get at them. You know, whether it be Twitter, Facebook, whatever, the Artistry Hub, they're really coming for artists that really don't have the same standing as a lot of artists that got the money and got the backing.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, I met with Nico beforehand. I met with him, you know, not too long ago. I was just talking about how, like, a lot of hype in Dallas comes from the people you knew before you were even genuinely rapping. You know what I mean? Like, you're a lot of people out here, their buzz isn't from them making music. Their buzz comes from who they knew before they were making music. You know what I mean? It's not authentic. You know what I mean? But okay, authentic. That's a bit hard. Authentic. But either way, I really appreciate the professionalism that they're coming at us with. So the Artistry Hub. If you want to see the source of talent that is not disclosed on a regular basis, the Artistry Hub is where you need to be. But back to the topic. My name is Teelo.
Appreciate that.
You know what I mean? I'm the guy that's been making music as a hobby, and it just kind of turned into something. Been kind of doing the shit for a minute. More of a producer, so say. Play a couple instruments. Been making music for like 10 years. Kind of doing the thing for, you know, in and out for a minute. As far as promotion management, this is really kind of the kickoff. I've been trying to drop my album that is coming out this winter 2016, for like 3 years. Completely self-produced, completely self-written, completely self-performed. Live forever. You know, if you don't do shit else, you should live forever. That's how I feel. So that's where I'm at right now with the Artistry Hub. I figured I'd just talk about that. Been in and out with a lot of artists past few years. Excuse me. Hasn't always gone the way that we figured it would go. Fell in and out with a lot of people. Lost a lot of music due to the fact that a lot of people can't separate music from personal ventures, personal opinions. But it is what it is. You know, music is what it is.
That's
Music.
going to be a common theme, you know, separating, you know, the feelings.
Yeah.
And the music aspect.
You'd be really surprised how many people can't sit there and handle situations as a person and then make music as a musician. You know what I mean? It has nothing to do with your connection between your music and who you are as a person. But at the end of the day, if you're a musician, you're a musician. And you sign yourself up for something. But that's what the fuck I stand for. But genuine alternative music here, you know. You won't catch your typical, you know, 3-count regular hip hop. You're gonna get a lot of stuff that you won't like, but you're gonna get a lot of stuff that you do like, just like everybody else out of Texas. I don't know. What do you want me to do? Like relate myself to some people that might be kind of like me?
I don't know. I mean, if you feel like you're not in a box.
I thought I was Travis Scott until Travis Scott was Travis Scott. That's what I'll say. And I discovered Travis Scott. I was like, you know what? I'm not Travis Scott. But yeah, I was on K104 back in 2010. I want to believe on their local spin. You know, they show love to like local artists. That was back in like 2010. I was still in high school at that point. And now everything's been completely like undone. You know, everything's been completely. I did away with everything that had to do with other artists. I did away with everything that I couldn't take complete praise for. I guess praise is a really loose term, but I genuinely wanted to completely produce this album. Like I was telling you before, last time we met, Live Forever, there's 3 of them, but I guess that's really, it doesn't really matter now until they come out. But Live Forever, it's a keepsake for. You know, when you think about a fan, you think about a music fan. You think about somebody that genuinely loves to listen to you. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because when you're an indie artist, underground, whatever the fuck you choose to call yourself, people that listen to you are only going to listen to you because they want to listen to you. You know what I mean? So beyond them, beyond my family, beyond my friends, at the end of the day, I'd really enjoy to use my gift of music to be able to leave with the people who really enjoyed it. You know what I mean? It's something that'll live forever. Unfortunate shit happens all the time. You know, God bless the souls that happen. You know, God bless the souls that were lost out in Orlando. You know what I mean? Situations like that.
Yeah.
You know, unfortunate stuff happens all the time. If I was to, you know, be gone all of a sudden, I'd like for the people who genuinely enjoy to listen to me to have something to bask in, you know, enjoy.
Yeah.
But, you know, I spent a lot of years just, you know, seeing other people struggle to get their music to a level they wanted to and just kind of helping them. And shit just not going anywhere because, you know, a sparkly turd is still a fucking turd. You know what I mean? You really got to focus on your fucking self. And out here, it's a lot of teams out here, and they really work out well, a lot of these teams, but you run into certain people who genuinely just want to feel as though they can create what you create. And I don't mean that arrogantly at all. I just mean it factually. But, so I mean, at this point, I chose to come out with something completely self-produced. My last project, Fuck It, which was really cool. It was just like 5 songs, and they were really, really dope songs. There's Find It, Power Moves, Shine. I don't even fucking remember. I really don't. I'm sorry if I cuss too much, but I really don't. Yeah, but that was a joint project between me and another individual, another kid, and it really just kind of fell apart once, you know, once again, individuals fell short at not letting personal ventures interfere with what we have going musically. You know what I mean?
Would you say some of those EPs that you came out with previously, is that more reflective of your sound now as well too, or has it changed some?
Yeah, absolutely. Because even like I dropped the Black Project, that was supposed to be Live Forever. I dropped Fuck It. The songs on Fuck It, a couple of them are on Live Forever. So really, Live Forever has been like the entire caption of the past half a decade. You know what I mean? Okay. And it's been respected as such between anybody that works within my music. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. From the outside looking in, you might look at views. You know, you might look at SoundCloud and how often people play your song or whatever. But I know for a fucking fact that, you know, I mean, people remember songs that I don't remember. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And this entire chapter has been Live Forever. People have known it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so this is just kind of like the cap on the era. You know what I mean? And I figured like I had to completely produce it myself in order to do so.
Gotcha.
You know, so.
Do you think you ever go back to that trilogy thing? Would you think you're gonna put out another one after that? Like
I mean, it's Live Forever.
Let it stand alone as itself now.
Right, Live Forever will always be a trilogy, but I will always, you know, drop shit in between stuff that, you know, I like this guy's beat. I want to make something out of it. You know what I mean? It's stuff to have fun with. Those will be the mixtapes. You know what I'm saying? Stuff to give out to the streets having fun with, like you said. But as far as my albums, the stuff I want to like leave my mark with, it doesn't matter how big it gets. You know, the mixtapes, the stuff that you come out with that's supposed to leave an impression or get an impression. That's the kind of stuff, you know, you turn an eye to, and it's kind of like, all right, well, let's politically devise a plan for this to get in the right ears. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Yeah. But as far as like Live Forever, like that, like if you really understood how long it's been in the works, you'd understand like how little I give a shit about who listens to it. You know what I mean? And I mean that as professionally as possible. Like, I want people to listen to it, but I want you to understand, like, you will like it, but you will like it because I don't give a fuck who liked it. You know what I mean?
It was more made for you.
Yeah, I'm not making hits for the radio. I'm not making hits for the strip club. I'm making hits, and they just so happen to be nice hits that I could take to the strip club, that I could take to this club, that I could take to this party. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Make a lot of party joints that really turn out to be extremely deep, and you listen to them a whole bunch of times, and you're shaking your ass to them, and then you realize, like, you know,
oh man, he was really talking about.
He was really talking about something. It's turned out to be something deep.
Yeah.
But that's just kind of MO right now. Just live recording, live instruments. Yeah. Whether it be guitar, drums, whatever. That's the incorporation of the Live Forever trilogy. It's not completely, you know, boom bap, beat and bass. It's not completely, you know what I mean? Like it's, and I'm not sitting here talking about tracks that I haven't recorded yet. This is stuff that I've recorded. Stuff that I've recorded and deleted, stuff that's been recorded and didn't sound nice enough years ago. You know what I mean? It's stuff that exists. You know what I mean? It means something to me. But I mean, right now it's such a, you know, you engulf yourself in such a moment. I don't know if you notice, but a lot of times when artists get really engulfed in like a project, you know, they just kind of disappear as far as other aspects of being a quote unquote artist or artist in the light of exposure.
Yeah.
You know what I
So
mean?
I feel like sometimes you have to do that. You have to, you know, almost seclude yourself sometimes, you know, get away from the outside to really to learn something, but as well as dive deeper into yourself and your craft, you know what I mean? Sometimes you have too many distractions, you know, too many outside influences and this and that, when really what you need is to just sit in your little room, you know, me, myself, and I, and dive straight into your music. I know a lot of people do that, like a lot of big name artists, they'll take off to these secluded, you know, music studios where it's not in the city, it's not in New York, it's not in Nashville, you know, it's not in LA, it's off in the hills somewhere, you know, it's somebody's mansion, you know, whatever, yeah. And they just zone in.
You can tell they grew.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and it just so happened that like in this situation, I've literally been working on it for like ever. You know what I mean? And throughout, and the only thing that's holding me back, and this is not an excuse or anything, but the only thing that seems to hold me back is life. You know what I mean? I get in situations where I'm not allowed to do what I need to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just cleared myself of 5 warrants of my arrest. You know what I mean? I tend to get myself in situations that really hold me back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But, you know, now I'm at a point, I've gotten rid of all that. You know what I mean? I can travel freely, or at least to my knowledge, I can travel freely, can do what the hell I want to my knowledge. To my jurisdiction, I can do what the fuck I want. But, you know, so literally I'm working at it every day, and you'd be surprised, you know, being 22, I'm only 22, you literally grow every single fucking day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, shit I come out with, it just doesn't sound the same 2 months from now. Constant. And it's a whole lot of people that wish they had that. And I'm not saying that, once again, I'm not saying that arrogantly. I'm saying, like, I use it as a gift, and I want to leave that as something for people who will miss me if something was to happen.
Yeah.
If not, fuck it. It'll just be a great prodigy. It'll just be something I did in my 20s. Yeah. But the gift to grow constantly is something that, it's a blessing, you know what I mean? It's a cornerstone in anybody that can create something. You know, whether you building sculptures out of clay, whatever you're doing, the ability to look back on something 2 months ago and be like, you know what, this is terrible. You know, just because you grew from that level. You know what I mean? So, but like right now, I was listening to my man's over here, D. Lee. I was listening to him. I was actually playing some stuff for him, and just completely, you know, his reaction was just like, you know, I'm so glad I've watched all of this stuff come together. Like like I was showing songs to him, the songs I showed to you that haven't been released or whatever. I was showing him those, and he was like, man, he was there when I wrote them. You know what I mean? He was just like, man, I'm so glad I was there with you when you wrote that stuff. I saw this stuff develop into something. I was like, man, you haven't seen the half of it, dude. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because it's completely like all the time the wheel is turning. And all I can say is, like, you know, if you're concerned with it, be concerned with it. I hope your wheel is turning like mine is. Yeah. You know what I mean? I hope to God your wheel is turning like mine. And if it's not, it's just not fucking turning. You know what I mean? You can grow as slow as the fuck you want to, but you know where the fuck I'm at. You know what I mean? And anybody that's ever worked with me knows where the fuck I'm at. I don't have to sit here and talk about what the fuck that's why it's hard for me to sit here and talk about fuck it. It's hard for me to sit here and talk about progression weed and codeine. Those are products that I released with, you know, other people who at this current point, like I said, you just grow. They're on different levels. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, you know, I think if anything you could take from me or my music, just grow and don't give a shit about anybody that is or isn't growing. Create, you know. And let yeah. If you could just, you know, nip it in the sack, you know, nip it in the bud, just grow and don't give a shit about anyone or anything that is not growing along with you. And Live Forever is really kind of like the debut. And I hate to say it because I've been literally making music for like ever. But I've always, like I said, I've always done it as a hobby. It took somebody else always coming along to be like, you know what, you should really try to, or people genuinely listening to my stuff and liking it for me to be like, you know what, I feel like it's an obligation because I literally have fans. You know, I show up to a show expecting just to show up, do my thing, and leave. And people are like, you know, a lot of people showed up to see you. Like, this is kind of weird to me because I didn't invite anybody to this show. So, you know, you get to a point you're growing with a reason. So
Speaking of shows, I mean, are you gonna be pushing anything soon? As far as before your album drops, are you gonna be starting to get back up on a tour circuit? Playing some of your older stuff before the new stuff comes out, or are you trying to wait?
I guess when you say wait, it could be really widely used. So like, I guess I will wait. Next month or so, I should be doing shows again. I say should be. I know I will be. Yeah. But like I said, I just got off of a legal situation that hurt me pretty bad. You know what I mean? Just as I was last year and the year before, But now I'm free with it. You know what I mean? I'm free of it, doing what the hell I want to do. So.
Can you speak on that a little bit? Well, not personal about your personal situation, but
just generally,
as like information that some youth could use as far as how to maybe keep themselves out of the situation, or just something to help.
Yeah, absolutely.
Coming up, trying to make it. And do the music thing as well, but they might have those certain distractions, that you might have been involved in.
Yeah, I'll say this. Do not ride around in your car with drugs on you. Do not ride around in your car with drugs on you, and do not trust women that in your mind do not have your best interest in their plans. What you got to realize, whether you are black or any other race, that the system makes money off of you being in the system. So they will aim to put you in the system. I've literally been in a situation for 2-3 years for an amount of weed that I could smoke in 30 minutes. You know what I mean? And then on top of that, I just cleared my name of 5 warrants, bro. 5 fucking warrants that were completely uncalled for. And the only reason I got caught on them is because I couldn't control myself. You know what I mean? I decided to snap and check somebody that was disrespecting me or disrespecting the people I was with. I decided to snap and be like, you know what? I can make it this time. You know what I mean? Be responsible, especially if you got something like a gift, like you got something like you've got something in your hands that you can turn into something great. You know what I mean? You got to take into consideration, I won't put that at risk. Yeah. You know what I mean? You got to think about the gift you have. You got to think about the opportunity you have. Do not waste your opportunities. You will end up in a situation where you are the best out of everybody around you, but everybody around you is further than you are because you're in a shit situation. You know what I mean? And all those people will look at you and say, you know what, you are way better than me. Won't guess it in 2 seconds. You know what I mean? We'll sit there and tell you, like, yeah, you're absolutely better than me, but I'm farther than you. 1, because I could kiss ass, and 2, because I didn't get myself in a shit situation. You know what I mean? But just play your game. Whatever you want, do not let your pride get in the way. Do not let your desire to do what the fuck you want get in the way. You know what I mean? So I think I can teach a lot of lessons, a lot more, and I could just make a lot of songs. Or maybe it's about 50-50, but...
more than likely, it probably comes through.
Yeah, it absolutely comes through. Yeah, totally. I speak a lot of true shit. Like I said, I drop like club joints, strip club joints. Just joints niggas chill to, and you really listen to it. And it's like, holy shit. Yeah. This dude was really on, like he was really going through some things. You know what I mean? And you don't hear it till like 5. You listen to it 5 times, but that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to make the shit that you don't feel, you don't feel obligated to really be intrigued by. You don't feel obligated to listen deeply. Like you've got your J. Cole types, you got your K. Dot types that you feel obligated to. All right, I got to put my thinking cap on. There's certain people, the norm has to up a level. Everybody can't just listen to that and get everything from it. Exactly. There are people who literally have to all right, I'm listening to this dude, so I really have to think about it. Yeah. You know what I mean? I wanted to make those joints like you can literally sit and just listen to them and be yourself, but then you sit and listen to it, it's like, you know what, this has a deeper level that I honestly connect to. You know what I mean? Simplistically, but you'd be really surprised how deep it goes,
Exactly. Yeah, man. Good. And then just to speak on something else, man, just in terms of trying to stay focused on your goals, man, a lot of what it has to do with is sacrifices, man. You have to sacrifice something to get somewhere. And that's really one of the first steps in attaining your goals. You have to realize or, visualize whatever it is that you want to attain. And then right after that, immediately you have to pinpoint. Well, you have to put action. That's probably one of the, that's number one. Nothing happens without action, but you gotta pinpoint what it is that you have to sacrifice, whether it's your time out in the streets or kicking it with the homies, or your ego, whatever it is. You're gonna have to sacrifice something to get to where you want to go, and that's really a lot of times when people mess up. You got to put something else to the side for something else to grow. I mean, that's usually just the way it is. I mean, I guess some people are fortunate enough to balance whatever it is they got going on with life with something else they're trying to pursue, and they could make it work without making too many sacrifices or any at all. But more times than not, you're gonna have to put something aside and put it down, to really strive and go where you need to go. Just like you said, you got caught up doing some things out in the streets, whatever that maybe not necessarily, had no business doing at the time. But, maybe at that point in time, he didn't realize what he needed to sacrifice, or, you didn't really have that sight, really narrow and focused in on where you needed to go. So, I mean, that plays a huge role in getting to where you need to go. Huge role.
Yeah, I'll be a living example. I'll be a living example of that. Like I said before, you could literally be sitting in a place, running on a treadmill in the same place, not understanding why these people who ain't got shit on you are making it further than you. It's because they were better at playing the game. You know what I mean? It's not all about the lifestyle. You are who the fuck you are. A lot of times I got caught up in the shit that I did because it was who I was. My music was so true to me. You could sit and listen to it and understand who the fuck I was. I'd choke you for nothing. Yeah. But at the end of the day, you're not going to get everywhere you want to get just by just choking people. You know what I mean? You ended up tied up in a situation. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I heard. Yeah. But like you were saying, bro, if you don't want to end up in a situation where you're looking at people in places that you deserve to be, then make it happen for you, and don't deficit yourself. Don't put yourself in a situation where it's like, damn, I played the fuck out of myself. Yeah. You know what I mean? And really, like I said, I've been making music for a long time, but I've been playing the fuck out of myself just on the given fact that, a lot of times I like to fill my music with life. I like to fill my music. I've never lied in any song ever. Ever. There's not a rhyme written anywhere where I've lied. Ever. And that's something I prided myself back on in elementary school. Yeah. Never lied on anything. But in order to do that, you have to fill yourself on life. And I have an addictive mind state. I do everything excessively. Drive fast. I eat till I'm stuffed. You know what I mean? I'm anxious all the time. I'm either anxious or depressed. You know what I mean? Like I drink till I'm drunk. I'm excessive. Yeah. But that makes for damn good art. You know what I'm saying? So it is what the fuck it is. You know what I'm saying? You got to die whoever the fuck you were. You know what I mean? But don't let it control it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Be who the fuck you are, but just don't let it deficit you. Don't let it put you at a deficit, rather. Yeah. You know what I mean? But yeah, Live Forever. It's coming in the winter, 2016. All the way live from the 3 side. Teelo.
And as y'all know, we will be following that.
We will be following. The Artistry Hub, like I said.
We still getting that exclusive. Huh?
Absolutely. There will be the first exclusive drop from Live Forever that has not been heard by anyone, will be dropped on the Artistry Hub with the Artistry Hub. Check in. Like I said, the professionalism, the realism, the amount of dedication to it is just astounding. So like I said, whether you are a listener, whether you are whether you appreciate music, whether you are an artist yourself, check in with the Artistry Hub. Absolutely, to the 10th degree. I really appreciate, the opportunity. I really appreciate you matching me, like just in our dedication to where we want music to be. It's really cool. Exactly, so amazing. Absolutely.
I mean, personally, myself, just to give you a little bit about myself, I don't talk about myself a lot. I try to stay in the background, but the whole thing, where the Artistry Hub came from, how it was founded, its roots are in my love for music and then my love for helping people. So it's just a combination of those two passions and wanting to see, talents that are out there that might not have the resources or the means to get out there or record or better their talents, no matter what it is, whether you sing, song, write, rap, play an instrument, whatever you do. It's just to see those people elevate their talent, elevate their visibility, and, come together as a community. That's one thing, a lot of place is missed, because it's a lot of people down at the bottom who don't necessarily know how to connect with each other, or they don't know somebody who knows somebody that could, you know, help them get in this position that they need to be in. So I mean, that's why the Artistry Hub was founded, and that's why, you know, I'm continually trying to get more artists in here, you know, diverse areas of music and talents. But yeah, like I said, man, we'll keep striving to get more people in here, get more people connected, and then as the, you know, time rolls on, you know, things will start snowballing, get bigger and bigger. Like I said, we'll have more events coming soon. Trust me on that. You know, I got a lot of creatives that I'm working with right now, and in order to, you know, make some things happen. So definitely anybody who, you know, even if you're just a listener straight up, you know, or whatever you do in music, go ahead and check us out at the Artistry Hub on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. We got everything. I'm posting shots from live shows, you know, little snippets from behind the scenes here and our shoots, and, you know, bringing artists like Teelo in, coming to give you a little bit of his background, a little bit of knowledge, and talk about their music, man. So is there anything else you'd like to lead the community with, my man? Yeah, go ahead.
Just one more. Live Forever, Winter 2016, Calimore Music Group. Teelo is taking over the Artistry Hub. Exclusive drops, all the freshest content. I just really hope that you are game to listen. And whatever you're looking for, I hope you find it. You know what I mean? So, once again, I appreciate the opportunity.
For sure, man.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir. The Artistry Hub, and we out. Peace.
What you do, cause you do it the best when you want to. My nigga, truth is the truth, true to me, true to you, like we all do. Yeah, see, I like you.